stand for what we believe in. Let the people sing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
They will not break our country's strength. They will not take our nation's freedom. Let the people sing. We will not turn our backs today. We will stand for what we believe in. Let the people sing.
I want to give a shout out to my brother, my shipmate Sling Buzz, for some of the writing and the inspiration behind this song. Hoo-yah! Let's go! I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told. Forward operating broadcast never folds. Never folds. Veterans standing side by side. Veterans standing side by side. Chaotic stomping with the Navy pride. Chaotic stomping with the Navy pride. March on Monday, stepping strong. March on Monday, stepping strong. Talk about it Tuesday, where we belong. Talk about it Tuesday, where we belong. Wing it Wednesday, make it work. Wing it Wednesday, make it work. Today's the day, Thursday, leave the herd. Today's the day, Thursday, leave the herd. Red Friday, for the ones deployed. Red Friday, for the ones deployed. Feel the silence, feel the void. Feel the silence, feel the void. The uniform is all, but the watch never ends. With a line of defense for our brothers and friends. Standing in the mud, yeah, we hold the damn line. We're walking through the fire, side by side. No one left behind on this stormy ride. From the trenches to the streets, we bleed the same blood. Chaotic stomping, dragging boots through the mud. Shoulder to shoulder. Through the grit and the pain, holding the line. To the end of the rain. Yeah. Now listen close to the price that we pay. 22 veterans taking flight every day. 22 names etched deep in the stone. 22 souls feeling lost and alone. The war didn't end when we stepped off the bird. It's the silent tragedy that never gets heard. If you're staring at the steel or the bottom of a glass, reach out to the squad, let the darkness pass. We buried enough kin, we paid enough dues. It's time to stop winning and start refusing to lose. We're walking through the fire, side by side. No one left behind on this stormy ride. From the trenches to the streets, we bleed the same blood. Chaotic stomping, dragging boots through the mud. Shoulder to shoulder. Through the grit and the pain, holding the line. To the end of the rain. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force. One fight, one family, one machine. Don't quit, stay in the fight. Operating broadcast never folds. Love y'all.
All right, great morning, everybody, and welcome back to the F.O.B, the Forward Operating Broadcast. where we regroup, resupply, and recalibrate every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern, to better equip you to continue your mission, or Charlie Mike. I'm True American Bradass. This is my wonderful panel. It is March on Monday, April 27th. How is everybody this morning?
Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. I am Chaotic Traits. I am doing wonderful. Hope y'all are doing the same. And it is March on Monday here at the F.O.B and everywhere. Let's get into it, y'all.
And good morning, everybody. I am Double A coming to you from Cognac Corner. Yeah. Not far from the camper down by the river. So
Right.
and if you hear the dog barking, that means there's a mailman or a dog. So if you see me jump up and run, it means I'm chasing off something.
Right.
Picking something up. One of the two.
Right.
Yeah.
67 Sling says it is 80 here and muggy in
Well,
Florida.
it's finally warmer in the south than it is in the north. It's 75 here.
Who all we got in the chat this morning?
I'm not real
Casey.
sure, but look, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all. I got a VA appointment this morning, guys. These guys are going to run it. Appreciate y'all being here. Love y'all.
Love you, Bob.
Going, brother. Love you, man.
Casey, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got
I'll return.
John in here. Great, fabulous March on Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Lady Savannah, rise and shine. Sling Buzz, good morning, brother. Shipmate. Jordan, good morning. Good morning. And yeah, Sling, I think that was my mic. I was trying to adjust the volume on the background play, and I think I unmuted my mic accidentally when I was doing it. So yeah, I believe that was me. Sling Bud says you need your sticky note. I hear you. I hear you. 60 with a high of 72, John says. Okay. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be today, but I know it's like, yeah, it's 80 degrees right now. And let's see what we're supposed to be here today. Yeah, it's a little humid. It's 79.3, but it feels like 90 right now. So a little muggy this morning. Supposed to be 82 and thunderstorms.
Oh, you're going to get storms today, huh?
Yeah.
They finally going to reach down there in Florida, huh?
Right.
I think that they're coming from that direction and coming our way. Like, it's like those are going to clash and then hit like in the Tornado Valley.
That's right, Sling. Like that smash button, yeah. And don't forget to subscribe.
Right.
Good morning, Kentucky. Good morning, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got some giant storms rolling through Missouri today.
Yeah. I think, and it's been all weekend. I know Oklahoma got hit. Texas got hit over there in about like Fort Worth area.
Yeah, I was watching some of the
that's the two
videos.
bad ones I know of. I think Minnesota, Ohio. It's peak tornado season. What I was listening to.
Man, that tornado that touched down, was it Eden?
Yeah. Eden.
That was pretty crazy. It just like hovered there forever, barely moving.
Did you see that video I put in the Discord?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was. Yeah, it's in the Weather Channel.
It's almost like it stood over top of that field there by that one little place for probably almost. It seemed like for an eternity. I mean, I know it wasn't, but it definitely seemed like an eternity. Like it was just like sitting there thinking, like, all right, which way do I want to go tear up some shit?
Right. Yeah. That guy is like like at minute 404 in that video, it's just like he's like, okay, it should be coming from behind this hill at any moment, and it comes on top of the hill, and he's like, back up, back up.
Right,
it's
right.
It's like we were in the direct path of it. It seems like, and it's like then it went to where they were sitting at, and then it was like just chilling right there. That was crazy though. Like the transformers were blowing up, and the electricity was getting sucked into the tornado, and you could watch it. I was like, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, it was pretty wild watching it. It was different than most tornadoes you see that are rapidly moving, or whatever. This one was just like taking a few steps and then thinking about where it was going to go next. It seemed like.
Yeah, it was kind of like the person that was just like stopping at a crossroads and be like, do I want to go this way?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go this way. No, I'm going to go back this way.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going to sit here and decide for a minute. All right,
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
No, it's just like, it's like for a good, like, I mean, it seems like forever to sit there and watch one just hover for like over a minute. You're just like, I feel like you shouldn't be here that long.
I had a close encounter with a tornado when I was little. I don't even know how old I was, but well before I was 10 years old. I remember it's at my grandma's house in West Virginia, and it came through the backyard. They had a great big, like, couple acres or whatever as a backyard, the big field, and they used to have horses and stuff like that down there before I was around. But tornado came right up through there, and I was down in the field when it was heading that way, and they were yelling for me to get in the house, and so I was running up through the field, and you can see it coming down through there. And then as I was going up the steps to get into the house, lightning hit the bottom of the steps.
Ooh.
And
dude,
everyone was like, I can't believe, and I love thunderstorms still to this day. If it's thunderstorm, lightning, and all that, I would much rather be out on the porch just in a swing or something, watching it, listening. And everyone's like, that's something like that. So thankfully, I think I was young enough to where it didn't really, affect me that way. But
yeah, made me think of like whenever lightning struck, like and it hit like in the yard, and I'm like, I know I'm tall, white, pale, skinny, and bald, but I'm not powder. Please leave me alone. like man, them thing when they hit that close, it's just like an instant. You can feel it, just like I don't know. I guess the crack in it just.
It was. I could feel. Like that, when you get that static charge of like a balloon or you rub a balloon or something on you or whatever, my whole body felt like, I do remember my whole body getting that weird feeling.
They say
I didn't know what it was at that point in time.
Lightning's about to strike if you're out in the open and your hair starts to stand up like that. That means lightning's about to strike in your area. Like
move.
I mean, at that point, it might be a little too late. You just kind of got, I guess, just run in some direction, dude. It's like indirect fire. Be like, I don't know where it's coming from or where it's going, but I'm just gonna run. Away from a tree. I know that, like, definitely. But in the wide open area, you are the tallest point, so it's like, oh, it's like, oh, look, we have something to chase.
Sling said they almost bought a house in Eden.
Oh, really, dude? It looked like a nice little place, but other than the tornadoes,
right?
I think it leveled an entire like 2-story brick home. Like it was like demolished.
There was one place they were showing in the aftermath and whatnot. After I think it was several hours later, maybe even the next day, they were flying like a drone around or whatever around the area. And there was all kinds of buildings and whatnot that were just, they weren't there. Mount Scott overlooking Fort Hill, and you can see, seems like 67 miles away from the top of that mountain.
Yeah, if you can watch them from that far away. Yeah. See, the ones I've experienced, they were all rain wrapped. So it was just like horrific rain and then it's like all you hear is the rain just slapping and then hail hitting, and then you don't know where the tornado is, you know, like we had one, it was like probably like I don't know, I think like an EF0, probably like 70, 75 mile an hour winds, but it took our chicken coop and threw it in the neighbor's yard, and then took it from the neighbor's yard, went through their gate, crossed the road, and started going down the road. And I'm like, that's not yours. I'm like sitting there watching it in the window. I'm like, I can't even get outside right now because lightning's just striking everywhere, and you're just watching your chicken coop. Like, it's like a dog pen we used as a chicken coop, didn't anchor it down. It just lifted it like a kite and was like, here we go. All the chickens are just running around now free, just like, oh, what's going on? Our home is gone.
We didn't have a tornado, but we had really bad winds come through one time and took our pool that we had pretty much almost all the way drained, and the pool and the pump, everything that was attached to it went through our fence and into the neighbor's yard. It took the section of the whole, took like 2 sections of the fence down with it when it went through the pool went through there. It's like, damn, I'm glad I wasn't on the other side of that pool flying through the, shit, if it's going to take down the fence.
Morning, Chief.
A lot. Sling said there was a lot that touched down in East Kansas and Southwest Missouri last night.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, I heard St. Louis was probably it's like every day there's a news guy, the weather guys are like, this is another one. It's another one. It's like, man, I bet you're running out of like ideas for thumbnails and be like, it's got to be, how do I make another thumbnail for, hey, it's happening again? Yeah, see, I didn't like, I can handle them if it's daytime and I know it's coming, but when it's that storm in the middle of the night, like anywhere from 2 to 4 in the morning, and you got to get up, gather everybody, run across the yard, wiggle through a fence, run to the storm shelter, and then sit inside that storm shelter, which is just a box inside the ground. It's like, hey, let's take a prison cell, put it in the ground, and a thick lid on it that you can lock shut, and you just sounds like a train's going on top of you. You're like, this is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through,
it's like a rush, but man.
Earthquakes, I've been through hurricanes, I've been through tornadoes, and blizzards. I think hurricane I will choose over and over and over again all day.
Yeah, some people say
Any
it's
day.
like, I'd rather go through tornadoes. And after seeing that, you know what? I've never seen a hurricane do. I mean, I've seen it actually like slowly rip the roof off of a building or anything, but I've never seen it demolish a house in less than 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I would much rather deal with a hurricane any day of the week. Hey, good morning, Bama. How you doing, brother?
Good morning. Yeah, I mean, now in Category 5 is a scary hurricane, though.
Yeah.
Because that drops the flash flooding that comes with it, and you can't get out and drive in it because you're like, all right, bro, that's 160 to 80 mile an hour wind. Like, okay. You go out there and stand up in it, you're just tumbling over. You're like, I know what a tumbleweed is now.
I can't remember. I think Category 4 was the worst that I've been through so far. I don't think I've been through any Category 5s.
I think I have. I have to
knock on wood. I mean, if I have, I don't remember. I know I've been through several hurricanes. I just don't know for sure that any of them were Category 5s that I can remember off the top of my head. I know the one that we lost everything in, I believe it was only a Category 3 or 4, Floyd, and it was in 99? I think 1999, maybe somewhere around in there. It came through Virginia and through that direction, but that's one we lost. We lost everything in. but I would still do it over again compared to an earthquake or tornado or any of that other shit that you don't have any warning for other than a few minutes.
Oh yeah. I think Katrina. I don't think Katrina hit where I was at that bad. But like New Orleans and all that definitely got plowed. Like, 'cause it was in New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama. It was like, and that was a Category 3.
Yeah, that's just that. I don't
The
remember
devastation of that was the
what
massive flooding in it, the levee breach, the levee failures. That's where that was the worst part
So
of that
Floyd
one.
was a Category 4. Okay, that was the one that took everything that we had. We
Floyd.
I swam into our house to get my son's medicine a couple hours later, and
Ooh.
there was the refrigerator was pinned up against the ceiling of the kitchen, so I couldn't get the doors open. And we ended up getting, I think it was almost 7 foot of water inside the apartment.
Oh man.
It was good ways up the steps, but they made us stay away for so long because of hazardous waste and whatnot, that everything in it molded, mildewed, and when we were able to go back in, we weren't allowed to take anything out of there. They had security and police and over there making sure that we didn't take anything out, continue because of the contamination or whatever. But
yeah,
I did sneak something out, but I took my my son's birth certificate, that the one you get from the hospital, like the souvenir one's got the little footprints and stuff on it. It was on the wall going up our stairs to the upstairs part, and the water was about halfway up it, but I did snag it and took it out, and
it was like in a frame. You had it framed up on the wall.
Yeah. This still has the mud stain. You can still see the mud stain across where it was at.
At least you got to save something out of it.
Yeah.
But
they didn't find it when I took it out of there. So
yeah, we had and it was probably 2012 here where I'm living at now. It's like, because 2011 is whenever I did the River Guardian and the Guard, and then 2012 the rivers had flooded, like gotten so high they had breached the first levee into the yard, and then it got all the way up to like the bottom steps to the house foundation. So which is crazy because like we have a pond in the yard, but the pond was no longer there because it was at the time it was a part of the river. So you couldn't even drive in the driveway. We had, you had to get in a boat or canoe or something and go to the main levee. And
right. Hey, I appreciate that, Twisted. Appreciate you, brother. What do you think?
I worked those floods too, and I still don't. I never really looked into like what was the main cause of the reason why everything was flooding, because it was flooding all the way down to man, from here all the way down south, like to Baton Rouge, where it goes into the Mississippi.
Right. Yeah, that's what was so upsetting about it, was that it was it was mold, but I guess it was because there was sewer that had backed up in there, and the whole place had, so they were just didn't want any of that contamination. Anyone spreading anything, I guess, that could have been in there. I don't know what all they were worried about, but yeah, we weren't allowed to take anything out of there. And then they want you to go, the insurance companies, they want you to go through and make a list of every single item that you had, down to how many toothbrushes, and then it's such a nightmare. I feel for anybody that has to go through a loss like that, fire, hurricane, any type of disaster, and where they lose things, all their belongings. It's crazy how the insurance companies, and then they want you to put a value on it, Well, how much was that the picture worth to you? What do you mean?
Yeah. And then it takes so long to get something done and
Right.
get anything back. It's like watching people go through the whole process with like FEMA or whatever. It's like, I mean, I was like the last set of orders I was on, I was helping somebody clean out their house and get it moved to the end of the driveway, because that's what the whole process for FEMA was: get it out your house and get it ready, and the FEMA will come around there, tally it up, and then
I don't even want to talk about that 4-letter word.
Yeah, but like while that was happening, I got called on orders to go on do a detail for floods that happened further south from where I was helping out friends and their family.
Right.
And driving around, just like being there for almost 2 months and seeing during those 2 months, I'd pass by the same places and be like, they still haven't got to none of these people. Like,
yeah.
And it had happened probably about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before I had got there, or about a week maybe. I was always like on the last of the list at that time on like going on orders.
I didn't see what kind of raise is it like an unheard of, a record price pay for a coach. I didn't catch what I didn't catch the news about it. I see him talk about it in the chat. I was curious if it was like a record-breaking salary that he's getting.
If it's sports, I have no idea.
It's the coach for Bama, I think, is who they're talking about. I know I was happy with our draft picks for the Raiders this year. It was a pretty good draft. All right. I know I'm more looking forward to a season of Raiders football this year than I have been for a long time. So, damn, John, that's crazy. $87.5 million contract. That's crazy for a college coach. And they say that college ball is not about money. Sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Some of these numbers that these coaches and stuff are getting these days is pretty insane. Second, gotta let my cat in. There you go.
Golly, $87 million. I wouldn't know what to do if I got paid $87 million, man. I probably want to quit working and be like, "You're gonna pay me $87 million? All right, I quit tomorrow." Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't get it right in one lump sum, but
yeah. How many years was that contract for? I wonder. Was it a 2-year contract? Probably 2-year contract, or maybe a 5 guaranteed 2 or some shit. Hey, good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Victoria. Makes you call me Double D every time.
Good morning, sis. Shrinking Sharon. $6 years, okay. That's not okay. Yeah, I mean that's still a lot of money, but
I mean, if you planned it right, and you would be able to retire after that in 6 years. I mean, that's just, it depends on how big of a lifestyle you want after that. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, as little as I live on, you give me $87 million and be like, where'd he go? Be like, I found a place in the mountains.
Right.
I can. It's like, I bought it and I barely have to pay anything to stay here.
I'm pretty confident I'm pretty confident that a million would set me up for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm pretty damn confident it wouldn't take 87.
Yeah, I mean, I can make $1 million. I feel like especially if I got it in increments at a time, put it
Right,
in and let it in. You have to properly invest it, of course. Passive income on that is going to be like nice.
right. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Twisted. Yep. Buy out and a bow. Hey, I appreciate you
Yeah.
guys. Much love. I got to go, but thanks for the money. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would definitely be able to like fully do what I wanted to do. I'd be able to like find a place and then do like if I wanted to make like stupid like dumb videos like or movies that just don't go anywhere. Be like, why are you doing that? Because I can afford to do anything right now. I'm not wasting the money on it.
Yeah, but I mean, and I get it. Like you said, John. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, when did
Hey,
college ball become so political and
like
financially
mainstream. Like I
right?
know they don't the college athletes now get paid for their like branding and stuff like
Yeah,
yeah. Which
yeah,
I think is fair because the colleges and all them were making millions off of them to begin with. So now it's adding that I'm not gonna do this unless I get paid this kind of. That's where I see it. Like I don't know if it is doing that, but I can see that being part of like some people that join and be like, "Hey, I'm worth this. If you don't pay me this, I'm not gonna do it."
yeah.
Because I know, like I mean, I think I've seen movies that are like that too, where it's like you get that cocky attitude and you just, you know,
Yeah, I mean it's college ball. Like I mean, endorsements and things like that. I 100% agree with as far as paying the athletes in college. I just I don't know, man. I think it hogwashes the whole system to where you get I don't know. I just it takes the game out of it. I think in my eyes, and Saints and no different than NFL and any of the other stuff. But college ball should be more about the sport of it all. Not the politics and the money side of it all. Yeah, I do like that too, John. Um, it's just I think it's a shame that I don't know. I just don't agree with the whole pay for college athletes. I think that it should be if you're going to get paid, it should be from endorsements and things like that. That's just my opinion. I think it takes out and then hope that they get into the NFL and start making the big money. I think the money ruined it. Like it doesn't ruin anything else it touches, but
yeah, I was about to say, like, well, if you pay somebody enough, they could rig the game. But then, I mean, I guess
right,
I guess that would be easy to find out if somebody rigged the game in it or not. Like,
right. Yeah, John, I agree.
that's I think I've seen a movie like that too, where it's like, all right, you just make sure you, like in the boxing games, make sure you go down in the fourth.
Right,
No sooner, no later, but you go down in the
right.
fourth.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
all that movie Snatch. I love that movie. It's like, make you go down in the fourth, right? Let me hear you say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, John. It's starting to trickle in and become a thing where it's starting to make it another dirty scenario behind the scenes with college sports.
Yeah, man, you can gamble on anything now, though. Yeah, I think there's a website that you can go to. You can create something, but like, like it's something as dumb as like, I bet, like, so much somebody's gonna stump their toe at this time of the day or something like that, and do like an odds bet on it, and just be like, I don't know, it'd be like something stupid like that. I
Hey,
was watching
shout out to
something not too
Twisted
long ago
too.
where who
The
was
hell of
it?
a song
It was
yesterday, bro.
it was a special forces guy. It was on Valhalla VFT and a couple other guys. They were talking about there was a special forces guy that made a bet that somebody was going to get captured or detained that they were going after overseas. And
Mm.
then the news report come out that he was captured, but he ended up being a special forces guy that knew the classified information on where it was at, and he was part of the operation. And he made millions off of it. So they're trying to get him for like fraud or something like that because
Right.
leak of classified informational knowledge. And I don't know, I have to go back and find it and watch it, but they're trying to stick somebody like that. And it's like, but did he release information and say where he was at, who was doing it or not? He said, I just bet he's going to get captured. That's it. I think it's because he made enough money to be able to buy himself out of the military, and they're like, now you're a liability.
Right.
We don't like that. We didn't know you was going to do this. You didn't approve that with command first.
Yeah, for sure. Twisted. Yeah, that was a dope song.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kentucky heard about it. Yeah,
Yeah. You and
made like
Broken.
400K on the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. You and Broken killed it.
Yeah, Kentucky heard it. Yeah, you guys being. I wonder if they're gonna let him keep the money, and if he goes into jail, if he can bail himself out of Leavenworth. Like, if I give you half of it, can I just not go to jail? Like, is there a deal we can make? Is that like the taxes? So you get 60%, like the lottery.
I mean, he could probably set up an allotment that they couldn't touch.
See, that would just be horrible. They probably like, no, it's seized, and they put it inside a vault, and it goes into the government funds, and then they use it to go like peddle and buy, like, get drug dealers or something, like in the
Right.
movies. It's like we need $100,000 cash. They go into the evidence vault and they sign it out, and they give them like this brick of cash.
All right. Yeah, you gotta love that allotment loophole. Yeah, I don't know if it's still a thing or not, but the allotment loophole was great.
I don't know if that's real. Do they really do that? I've seen it in movies, like where they do that, and it's like,
Hey, that's the way it was when I was in. I mean, we made allotments for all kinds of weird shit just so that somebody couldn't get certain amounts of things.
that'd be crazy. It'd be like you go to supply and be like, I need $100,000. Be like, do you have the paperwork? You're like, oh, here you go. Like, then they just slide you a briefcase, and you're just like, you're gonna count it, but like, I trust you. Just walk out. Like, which would not happen in the military. You want to make sure everything's on it as you sign it out, because you don't want to pay for nothing.
Yeah, you could have used the bookie and gotten away with it.
Well, wasn't the thing was that he used so many different loopholes to get it to where he got his money, he's got his return back in Bitcoin. But the thing was, how did people find out that he had got it? Because it was untraceable in the way that he had bet on it and the way that he received his winnings and earnings. Loose lips sink ships. That's what Valhalla VFT said, I think, was like somebody he talked to had to know and then turned him in, and it was like an anonymous tip type of thing.
Yep, I was getting ready to say, I guarantee somebody that he thought that he could trust. Yeah.
That's why you see them things all through all the halls, all everywhere you go. Loose lips sink ships. You're just like, why do they have this everywhere? It's like, why is everybody so quiet? It's like the most polite way for them to have it around there. Just say, shut up. Don't say nothing.
Oh, Kentucky said his dumbass talked about it.
I see. Well, I mean, that's what pretty much he openly bragged about it. I'm pretty sure it was like being at the casino, and you're just like, yes, you want to tell somebody, I mean, I would have been like, I would have went to the first confessional office and be like, I know I'm not Catholic, Father, but you know what? I just got to tell someone. Drop some in the offering plate on my way out and be like, all right, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but it's like, man, The
All right,
rush
Twisted.
the rush is still there.
Have a good one, brother.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah. It
Allegedly someone may have.
when you got a secret like that, you need you need to keep it a secret.
Man, I bet it's hard to, you know.
Yeah, I would imagine if you had some big thing like that you'd want to tell somebody. I mean, tell your
Yeah,
dog.
I mean, it'd be like
I mean,
trying
you
to
know.
keep a lie from somebody, you know. It's like eventually you're gonna do something where they're gonna be like, "Hey, that's pretty expensive. Where'd you get the money for that?" And be like, "Oh, this Lamborghini." Well, you remember like 2 months ago, you know, we was in a place that's undisclosed, you know, but I did this thing. It feels so good to get it off my chest. I'm glad I could tell somebody about it. Hey,
Right.
Sir, you won't believe what so and so did.
Yeah,
Am I
Bitcoin's
still in
not as
line for that
private as it
promotion?
used to be. Yeah, Sling. Yeah, like Sling said, Bitcoin's not as private as it used to be.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can tie it back to, like, everything has some kind of like tie to it. You just got to know how to dig that deep into it. You got to be like Neo from the Matrix. You know, if you can dig into the ones and zeros.
If anybody's wanting to donate matchsticks to me, I can give you my my matchstick profile. You know,
Matchstick.
yeah,
You
you know,
going camping and
matchsticks.
need
Right. Yep. Yeah. I don't know that like you said though, it would be tough if you had some big thing that you were doing like that just to not tell someone that you thought
Yeah.
was your best friend or or somebody,
Right.
because you'd be like, man, you ain't gonna believe what the shit that I just got by with. Check
Yeah.
this out.
Or somebody
But don't tell
overheard
nobody, all
it,
right?
you know.
This stays between you and me. That's it. Come on out, bro. And then that friend goes to his friend and be like, all right, hey man, listen. So my dog over there, John, he man, he's dude, he got this brilliant idea.
Bro, I would have totally made up like an alter ego and be like, like, hey man, I have a friend that did this and it's like really cool. Be like, well, then they would have been like, well, how'd he find out about that? Be like, oh, it might have been how it was. He was trying to say, man, a friend made a bet on this and said he knew he was going to get captured, and be like, well, how do you know he was going to get captured? He's like, dang it. I should have come up with a better lie.
It's time to end this show, y'all, because questions are starting to roll in. We got to go, but yeah. What do you say we? Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
Holy crap! Poll. I just remembered
the
now.
Poll. Yeah. Hey, there's the poll for the day, you guys. We are gonna end it a little bit. Well, I mean, kind of not really early because we never know when, but we don't have a set time. Right. But I do have a doctor's appointment today, so I got to be out of here by a certain time. So, but there's the poll for the day on the closing song. And so if you guys just put your vote in the chat, we'd appreciate it. Let us know what you guys want in there. And hey, we got our first vote. Look at that.
Headlights.
Sling says, I want to hear them headlights.
Oh, we're not going right now at the moment. No, this is
no, we're not going anywhere yet.
For the song or music video at the end. We're normally on for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, depending on, but normally at minimum an hour. Very rarely are we on less than an hour.
Right.
We started at 8 Central, or Trait's over there in the future, and his 9
That's right.
Eastern. Still trying to figure out how that time machine
I'm gonna call you
works.
I'm gonna call you Wednesday, let you know what the winning lottery numbers are, so you can run down there and buy
I'm
some real
telling you
quick.
that whoever was in here from Australia could have told us, man. You know, they're in tomorrow right now, you know? It's crazy. And, you know, it's like, it still blows my mind because my mom's done that. She's flown from Hawaii to Australia, then from Australia to Hawaii. And on the day she flew from Australia to Hawaii, one of those days she lost a day. So it's like they was on a 7-day trip, but they ended up being 6 days coming back because they left one of the days in Australia. That's literally what they did.
Yeah.
Like that, it was so weird of like how it was, and it's like don't know how it works, but even if you put it down on paper and like the time zones and follow it, it's like somehow you lose anywhere from 12 to 18 hours.
Yep.
It's weird. So is it like you're unknowingly like travel through time?
Yeah, what was that jet they used to have that traveled faster than the speed of sound?
Oh,
You remember that jet? It was like anyone could.
the
They used
military
it for
jet or
international
just
flight. No,
a?
they used it for international flights.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It was like in the 80s, I think.
Commercial jet that moves faster than the speed of sound.
Damn. I might have to Google it real quick here.
Let's see. I might have you beat on that. There are no supersonic passenger jets currently, but the NASA's X-59 is fly at Mach 1.7. Is expected. Well, let's see. Okay, it's a privately funded supersonic jet. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it was like from the 80s or not. I want to say 80s or 90s.
Oh, okay. No, what I'm finding is something current, and especially when it's they expected in one in 2029.
Concorde. It was the Concorde.
Okay. Oh, here
Yeah,
it is.
the
I see it
Concorde.
now. The only successful long-term supersonic passenger jet, which operated from 1979 to 2003 with speeds over Mach 2.
Yeah.
Mainly over oceans to avoid land bans. Dang. Betcha that was fun on takeoff.
Do you guys have a girlfriend? Nope. I've got a wife.
Yes. I'm not sure if she knows it or not, but yes.
Right?
No, she knows. Whether she agrees, I don't know.
Yeah, but they got rid of it though. But there was a comedian that I remember a comedian made some jokes about it. Like you would they showed a movie. He talked about it was Stephen Wright. If you have never listened to him, I love Stephen Wright.
Sounds familiar.
He's the monotone guy. He does his comedy routine like this. So that hat that you've got on there, sir, that looks kind of funny, and that's why his whole routine is that way. But he's got that dry. So he was talking about the Concorde jet. He's like, "Yeah, I flew on the Concorde." He said, "But it was a nice flight." He said, "But it sucked because I finally was able to hear the movie 3 hours later." Just dumb shit like that. It was his whole routine.
That reminds me of like Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg was kind of like that. He had like a little monotone presentation.
All right, Sling. Catch you later, brother.
Have a good one, Sling.
Yeah. If you've never watched him, you would probably enjoy him. You're the type of person, like, not very many. You either like him or absolutely can't stand and hate him as far as his routine. But I think you would enjoy him. You're that on that same sense of humor, like as Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright.
Wright. Yeah, he's an older guy. He's like from the 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe.
No, I can't say I've ever seen him.
Yeah, you have to watch something of his. I think you'll like it.
Oh, okay. Now I say his younger pictures, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks different, older now. Like he's got a beard. And,
yeah.
Well, everybody
if you had a car that could travel the speed of light, would your headlights work? Like just random dumb shit that you know. And he interrupts himself all the time. He'll be talking about something, and then he'll just interrupt it himself with something off the wall like that. Like, yeah, I had my dog out walking the other day, and if you had a car that traveled the speed of headlight, would your headlights still work? I'm like, what?
Right. That is an interesting question, though. That sounds like Mitch Hedberg, like him. He's like, when I'm in a hotel room and I think of something that's funny, I have to, in my notepads on the other side of the room, I have to convince myself what I thought of isn't funny. Because, basically, I just don't feel like getting up.
Right.
But some of his jokes, it was like, man, what was one of my favorite jokes of him talking about, like, whenever he's like, I did LSD for the first time. He goes, that's an interesting drug, or however he started it. And he's like, I went walking in the woods, and he's like, or came across a bear. He thought it was like Smokey the Bear. His friends like, Mitchell, Smokey is way more intense in person. Then he just like does that thing. He's like, do you know what they call, you know what they have in Europe for their like prevent forest fires? Smacky the Frog. He's like, could you imagine being like, you see a frog hop in front of you and be like, oh no, it is a frog. I'm in fear of my life. I should play dead.
Right.
It's like, rest in peace, Mitch Hedberg. I wish he was still alive. That was a good comedian.
If you haven't already,
come up with now would be interesting.
If you haven't already, make sure you guys toss a number in there to vote for your song. We got 2 votes so far, I believe, and there's 5 of y'all watching. Just throw a number in there, 1, 2, 3, or a 4, and get your vote in.
Yeah, why do we park a driveway and drive in the parkway? We park in a driveway and drive on a parkway. That's what it is. I couldn't even read it right. I was like, that's a tongue twister for my eyes, man.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Good morning, brother.
Morning, Mark. You're just in time to put your vote.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, just in time to get that vote in there. We know you're going to put that number 3 in there.
I don't know. Last 2 times he didn't.
Right. He's been throwing us a curveball. It's like, why do they have locks on 24/7 stores?
Right.
Hey, there you go, Mark. I knew it was kind. There you go, brother. Sling didn't vote, did he? No. Oh yeah, he did. Okay,
yeah, he did.
voted. Yeah, he voted.
Yeah.
I was about ready to say I was gonna have to get him on the phone time to get back in here and vote, but he voted. You're all right. Well, in the meantime, we could run a song real quick, y'all.
Yeah, take a little break. Run,
Yep.
Run, use the latrine, head, bathroom, whatever you call it.
It's how's about we run? All right, here we go. Oh, where'd it go? My screen slid on me. All right, here we go. Betting Man, Colt Montgomery, y'all.
Sounds.
Just a young man trying to make it in a life that's full of lies. One day given opportunity that puts stars in your eyes. Lord knows I dropped to my knees in the mud with tears in my eyes. Didn't know that I'd be fooled by the devil in disguise. I ain't no better man on a good day. I ain't gonna take a chance, not again. Ain't gonna roll the dice, flip a coin, pull a card. But I wish you the best, my friend. I ain't gonna reminisce about one day. I ain't gonna let it hurt, not again. The good Lord is still by my side, and I ain't no betting man. Now I see that the choices I made led me where I'm meant to be. Not looking for reward in the world, kingdom works what I wanna see. Even though this battle is raging, I know he'll clear my mind. I give him all my praises, he's always right on. I ain't no better man on a good day. I ain't gonna take a chance, not again. Ain't gonna roll the dice, flip a coin, pull a card. But I wish you the best, my friend. I ain't gonna reminisce about one day. I ain't gonna let it hurt, not again. The good Lord is still by my side, and I ain't no betting man. Chance, not again. Ain't gonna roll the dice, flip a coin, pull a card. But I wish you the best, my friend. I ain't gonna reminisce about one day. I ain't gonna let it hurt, not again. The good Lord is still by my side, and I ain't no betting man.
Colt Montgomery and Betting Man, y'all. I love that song. And the sun's back behind the clouds.
There you
go. John says, is that a houseboat or a boat that is a house?
I would love a houseboat. Have one where it's like, big 2-story, 2,000 square foot houseboat, and just pick a spot on any river that you want. Especially being on the river that I'm in, I can go connect to the Mississippi and then go up north.
A 2,000 square foot houseboat? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, 1,000 square foot for each floor.
That's a pretty good size houseboat.
Dude, I've seen them that big. I'm like, man, you go to Oklahoma and the places where they got like Big Lake or, man, I think it's Big Lake up there. It might be something here named that, but man, the houseboats there that are just like, man, it's a patio on both floors. I'm looking at it like that's bigger than the first house I bought. Like, man.
My grandparents on my dad's side, he retired from DuPont, and so he knew a lot of wealthier people, and they one of their friends they have a yacht, and they were talking one day about the cost of fuel when they took the yacht out, and I about
I'm
shit
pretty
myself. I was like, what?
Hey, you
It
ever watch
cost
those
you
people that have the speedboat
$17,000
videos?
to fill that thing up? Like,
Yeah,
what?
like the people that own them speedboats and like in like South Florida, and you watch
Yeah.
them, they just like showing them gas it up, and just like dude, that is 100 and something gallon. Dude, the price of that has a comma in it.
Yeah.
You're still filling it up, and it's a comma, bro. You
Yeah.
got the dollar sign going up as fast as the pennies should be going up. Like
Yeah.
that's not cool, bro.
Yeah. I think they said it was like $17,000 when they were talking in the conversation I was in that it cost for gas that time. I'm like, what?
Oh man, yeah.
Come on.
Ooh man.
I and I
Like some
complained about
people
my
don't
hundred
even
my
see that in a year, man.
yeah, I complained about $100 right now that takes to fill my car up.
I know, right?
17,000.
It's like, bro, I
I
couldn't
was just going
imagine
on a
having that
weekend
much
trip.
money.
Yeah, they're just going on a weekend trip.
Yeah. Like, dude, how much do
Wha-
you make an hour?
Right?
Like, man. And my brain
Yeah,
can't fathom that because I've never like seen that or like, unless you've actually experienced it, my brain's just like, "Huh, it doesn't exist."
right. Yeah. Hey, that's perfect. That's a perfect one, Kentucky.
Boat.
But bring out another thousand.
Another 1,000. Yeah.
Right.
It's like, what is this scene or something? It was like, I want to win the lottery so I can finally afford to support my fishing habit.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing, like if like people that play golf or people that fish and be like, dude, I can't do both. I can only afford one.
Yep.
I mean, I either have a boat, which is the golf case, filled
I
with
can't
rods,
afford to
which
do
are the
either,
golf
but
clubs.
I found a nice poster of a nice bass at Walmart.
Speaking of bass, I think they just stocked a whole bunch of Florida bass around here. They do it every like spring.
Okay.
As I guess bass tournaments they have bass tournaments around here all the time too.
Yeah. Time to start kicking all that off.
Yeah, bass is that game fish everybody loves to go catch. I mean, they are fun fish to catch. You can catch a 10-pound bass, bro. It's nice.
Yeah,
I never catch
bass
one. I
fishing.
never caught one though.
I'd say I wonder if bass fishing is the number one like style or the number one thing that people do when they go to fish is going
I
bass
think for
fishing.
sport, I think it's the biggest like sported fishing because I don't ever really see people because like crappie or like
Right.
sockeye, whatever from wherever you're at, you want to call them white perch or those. Like those are more. I don't ever see them having like tournaments and big deals about those. But bass, everybody's like bass fishing. There's like bass pro
Right.
fishermen, but I think it's because they're it's just I guess they're a difficult fish to catch because I just it just seems like they just sit there and fling it out there, reel it in, fling it out there, reel it in. I'm like, that looks easy, but it's like how many times after 100 casts, I'm not catching none. Like,
Right.
what
That's
am I
like
doing
fly
wrong?
fishing. Fly fishing's always amazed me just watching the people that do the fly fishing.
Yeah,
I
see,
think
I
it's
want to learn
cool.
how to do that. That's why.
Yeah, it's cool watching them. I've never attempted it, never tried it or anything like that, but it is cool to watch fly
I've
fishing.
watched some videos with people that like kind of like semi like, hey, I've never done it before, so you're gonna see me train to do it. And it's like watching it, it's like it looks fairly easy to catch on to because it's not like the normal throw it out there and you like when you reel it in, even when you catch it, you're more just grabbing the string and pulling it, and you pull it in that way. It looks
Right.
interesting, and then you make your own like bait, you know, and I feel like that would be good, like therapeutic, you know, it'd be like, because I know people that take up crochet, and I'm like, I guess if I need to learn how to make my own gloves and foot mittens or something, I
Wayne
can
knows how to
start
make his
learning
own
that.
flyers.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
my wife's stepdad, he knows how to make. He makes his own flies, or used to.
yeah.
I don't know if he's still doing
Because
it
you
or
can get like
not.
a whole kit, can't you? And you just use that kit to make them however you
He
want.
made his own kit
Yeah, he made his own
Like,
kit.
that's neat.
out of
I feel
some
like
wood.
Right.
that would be my like version of like doing something like sewing or crocheting, you know.
Right.
It's
Mark
it'd be
said,
like
"Made it to the desk. I'm here to talk shit, take names, and drop the big elbow." Wait, that's the other show.
right, yeah. Yeah. Like, oh, commented on the wrong one. Hold on.
Right. Yeah, that's for Wednesday.
Right.
Show this up here one more time. We got 3 votes, y'all. We can do better than that. Come on, y'all. We got 3 votes. Surely. Use your other accounts if you have to. I don't judge.
Man, it'd be like a
That's
Final
it. That,
Fantasy battle, man.
right.
You got your partner pet, and that's like your side, your sidekick that's supposed to help you out in the
Right.
battle.
That event's in May, and I'm bringing a pet spider. Let Colt challenge him, and if you believe that I'm going to carry a spider with me.
Right. That's like me saying, I know I'm going to bring a snake to the battle and be like, yeah, you're going to watch me be the first one to run away from it. Be like, all right, let me pull out my weapon. And as it wraps around my arm, I'm be like, ah.
Right.
Cut its head off, drop it, and run. Be like, here we go. Problem
I
solved.
can only imagine if somebody would drop a spider in the middle of Colt and I.
Oh man, I got over my spider fear. Now, if the spider is as big as a camel spider or a giant tarantula, then, well, I'm telling you, mag dump. Just,
Right.
but if I can swat it, slap it, step on it, or knock it out the way without the threat of like, except banana spiders and things are the size of like silver dollars. But bro, they just look scary. I'm just like the ones that you're riding on a hiking trail, and all of a sudden you just literally somehow come to a complete stop, and it's this far from your face, and you're just like, Spider-Man would be scared of this one.
It don't even matter the size for me. Even if I don't see it,
my
somebody
brother's
else
the
says
same
there
way.
is one, I'm out.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
know
do
so
say
many people are
spider,
the
and
same way, man.
I'm gone.
Now, dude, walking through a spider web though, I don't care, and now because I can't see it. If I feel like it's on me, and then it feel like that's on you for like 2 hours, you're just like,
Right.
like get off me.
Yep. Yeah, carp is some of them carp, they put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah, see, I want to catch carp because that makes good gar baits. So like but I can't find out where the carp are here. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know where they're at with the place to go fishing for bass, and there's no bass, but there's always gar.
Right.
Gar
Yeah,
and
no,
alligator.
Mark. That is not happening either, Mark. Nope. No, sir. No, sir.
Oh goodness.
Talking about me bringing a small person with me.
Oh, no.
No, sir. No hate to the small people, but I just no.
It's not small people.
Little people, whatever the correct word is for them, small, little. I just no. Can't. Spiders, needles, and yeah, no. not quite sure why they got to drive down this street with their Jake brake engaged.
I don't know. I live far enough from the road to where you can't really hear it, but man, it's a straightaway, so people love to gun it. It's like, oh look, it's the racetrack. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it's same
you know,
thing here.
I'm just curious, like, like why there's never a cop sitting there. I'm like, if anybody could drive on this one spot and be like, you know what, I bet you this is a perfect spot for people just about.
All right. There's cops that live on this road. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I guess I guess there's more important things to do until.
Yeah, the speed limit's 35 on this road, and some of the people drive 70, 60, 70. And I mean, just as fast as they can get going down through there.
And you notice, like, whenever there is a cop there, the cop's probably like, I never pull anybody over because they know I'm here, and they all go the speed limit when I'm here. But then they sit there for a week,
Right.
and then once they leave, everybody starts like, all right, he's gone.
Right.
You know?
I hope that dinner didn't get too cold on them when they got home that 5 seconds quicker.
Dude, I love it whenever I go to speed limit and somebody's like doing so quick to just get up the road and they stop at the red light and I'll pull up right up next to them. I'm like, you did so much to just get past me, and now, and then I end up getting to a turn before them. Like
I usually give them a round of applause when I get up next to them at the light. Give them, give them a round of applause. It was a hell of a show. You did good, buddy. You did real good.
Right. It's like you done cut off 2 people, almost ran someone off the road,
Right.
and you like made a pedestrian think he was like, this is it. Just so we could stop at the red light together and me look at you funny. That's it. You know, like Kermit the Frog when you pull up next to him.
Yep.
Like, okay.
Well, y'all, it's 10:17 my time, and that means it's just about time for me to get out of here. So we're gonna go ahead and say our outros and our giddy up and goes, and we'll play a song. So we're gonna leave this open for another 30, 45 seconds, minute, whatever, until we get done saying our outros, and then so if you haven't voted. I see 6 people in the chat. If you haven't voted, go ahead and throw a number in there on the poll for the poll that's up on the screen. All you need to do is put the number in there: a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. 1 is Broken by me. 2 is Ride by Colt Montgomery. 3 is Ride by Colt Montgomery, and 4 is Country by JJ Montgomery, Colt Montgomery's daughter. So if you haven't voted, go ahead and throw a number in the chat, and let's get your votes in. And with that, I will say I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us on March on Monday over here at the F.O.B. We will be back tomorrow for Talk About It Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, and we'll get into some more of that. And make sure you guys always remember, reach out to people that oh, you know what? I just noticed we didn't even have a verse up there today. But
I didn't notice that.
No, yeah, I just now noticed that. That's my bad, y'all. But yeah, make sure you reach out to the people, let them know you're thinking about them, let them know they matter, and give them that helping hand that they might need, and let them know that they do matter and they are important and they are needed. We all have a purpose, and we all are broken, and we need that re-encouragement every once in a while from the people that we lean on. Even though they don't know that we lean on them, we all lean on somebody. And it's nice knowing and hearing from somebody that is checking on you, man, or whatever it may be. So make sure you guys do that. Come over, hang out with us in the Discord. If you haven't joined up over there yet, make sure you join over there. Come hang out with us. A lot of behind the scenes stuff, just hanging out, chilling. We're in and out there all day, all evening, all night. There is a 911 area in there where if you're going through something and you need somebody to talk to, hit us up in the 911 area. Somebody will get back with you. There's usually somebody watching or listening or get the notification or something's going on, and somebody will get with you. And with that, much love. Stay chaotic, deviate from the norm, make your own damn path. Who you up?
We on. And
Love you,
I
brother.
am Army Alcoholic, AA, and I'll have a verse right here to read. It's in Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. It is impossible for a city to be hidden on a mountain. And as Straight said, just reach out if you need to, hit the Discord, and just if you need attention, and if you need to get our attention in there, you can hit the @everyone, and it'll send a message out in that channel you're in. That way, somebody will be able to know that it's in there. You know, most of the time, if you don't turn your notifications off, they'll still be on. But understand the privacy if you want it. You know, just make sure that you keep everybody close to you in your thoughts, your prayers, and in your heart. Just remember that you matter, you are loved, and you are enough. Stay free, stay strong, and stay awesome, everybody. Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, I ask you today that you give us strength, perseverance, wisdom, and serenity. Please allow us, Father, to be honest with ourselves, to be strong for ourselves, and be strong for those that need us to be strong for them. Help guide us, Father, into the correct path that you want us to be on. Please allow us to be able to put down the things that we no longer need and pick up the things that we need to. I ask you, Father, that you give us the strength when we don't feel strong enough. You give us the energy when we feel tired. In these names I've asked. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. It looks like Headlights is the winner. So we will play that. And Mark, I know you're going through some stuff. And don't worry about being over there in the Discord, brother. I seen your comment there. Been busy. I get it. We all get busy. Don't worry about it. We got you 6, brother. And I will, for you, Mark, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play Broken and Headlights on our way out today. So since I seen you wanting to hear that, we will play both of those on our way out. So much love, everybody.
Feature.
And here we go. First, we're going to play Broken. Then we will play Headlights. And then we will be out of here, y'all. Much love and stay safe. Enjoy the day.
Yeah. Looking back at the dark. Let's ride. You talk to my demons, I even tried digging my own grave. Damn right, yeah. I pushed you and I shoved you, wanted you to hate me too. Told you I was poison, treated you like the damn flu. Yeah, I swore I couldn't be loved, said I couldn't show I care. I wanted you to run away, Lord knows it wasn't fair. Promised you the worst of me, guaranteed you pay the fee. Hoping you would leave me buried under the rubble I stacked on top of me. But you wouldn't take the hint, and you wouldn't take the out. You stood right in the fire while I screamed and thrashed about. Even when I fought the light, the angels held the line. Now I'm standing in the sun, and the victory is mine. Mine. Yeah, I'm B-R-O-K-E-N, but let me break it down right. Fighting blind in the night, but right here in the middle, yeah, I'm okay. Emerging new, I'm living proof today. From the darkness to the dawn, the shadows had to flee. Yeah, it's okay to be broken, cause you never gave up on me. Never gave up. No, you never gave up on me. I thought that I was evil, thought my soul was truly stained. Trying to make you walk away, showing you the dark again. That's what people usually do, run away and leave me be. But you saw past the brokenness to the truth inside me. You and God made a pact, said we ain't losing this one here. Turn those fuzzy whiskey nights into a vision crystal clear. Cause you wouldn't take the hint and you wouldn't take the out. You stood right in the fire while I screamed and thrashed about. Even when I fought the light, the angels held the line. Now I'm standing in the sun and the victory is mine. Yeah, I'm B-R-O-K-E-N, but let me break it down, right? B-R, I was battered and ragged, fighting blind in the night. But right here in the middle, yeah, I'm okay. Emerging new, I'm living proof today. From the darkness to the dawn, the shadows had to flee. Yeah, it's okay to be broken, cause you never gave up on me. If you're out there in the dark right now, thinking you're too far gone, thinking your demons won, look at me, the angels are visible. Even when your eyes are slammed shut, it is okay to be broken. The cracks are just where the light gets in. Yeah, yeah. You ain't alone. You hear me? You ain't alone. Never alone. Yeah, I'm B-R-O-K-E-N, but let me break it down, right? B-R, I was battered and ragged, fighting blind in the night. But right here in the middle, thank God I'm okay. And emerging new, I'm living proof today. From the darkness to the dawn, the shadows had to flee. Yeah, it's okay to be broken, cause you never gave up on me. Yeah, 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 you never gave up. Battered, ragged, but I'm okay. Emerging new, emerging new.
Headed southbound Interstate 65. My mind is racing and I know why. Everything comes clear when I drive. I just wanna leave it all behind. One more day, one more drive. Gonna follow these white lines, counting these headlights down 65. A little bit brighter than the Broadway lights, counting headlights on the night ride. Chasing neon dreams like the stars in the sky, counting headlights. Counting headlights. On a lonely, dark highway, I found my peace tonight. I've been driving what seems like all night. I'm not gonna give up the fight, but you see me counting these headlights down 65. A little bit brighter than the Broadway lights, counting headlights on the night ride. Chasing neon dreams like the stars in the sky, counting headlights. Counting headlights. Headlights down 65. A little bit brighter than the Broadway lights, counting headlights on the night ride. Chasing neon dreams like the stars in the sky, counting headlights. Counting headlights.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.